Hey crew, this is Cole the Veganate signing in. Today's video is called The Problem with Veganism. You don't have to add that long pause in, that's just me. A problem with veganism is that it isn't a diet. It doesn't tell anyone what I do eat, it just tells people what I don't eat. So not so informative for people. You could eat a healthy vegan diet, or you could eat an unhealthy vegan diet. There's lots of different types of vegan diet. The word vegan doesn't define any of them. It just defines what you don't eat or use. Although vegans are probably more likely to have a healthy diet just because they've consciously considered their diet compared to non-vegans. So I would assume that more vegans would be and the average vegan would be healthier than the average non-vegan in terms of food choices. A problem with veganism, it's not really veganism's fault, so let's not blame it for this one, but veganism shouldn't really have to exist at all. It's a movement that's trying to correct an incorrect habit of our species. It's a little bit like feminism, I suppose, in that way. It shouldn't have to exist. It should just be a given that women have equal rights and opportunities. We shouldn't have to fight for something that should just be the status quo, already in the world. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world, so we have to come up with names for ways to try to smooth off some of the unethical little edges we've got in our world. The idea of using animals. If we had a hypothetical world where we didn't use or eat animals and someone floated the idea that we should do that, I think it would objectively be shot down as just an absurd and ridiculous thing to do, and obviously cruel and unnecessary. And even in our world, if someone suggested that giraffe meat was delicious and that everyone should eat giraffe meat, it wouldn't catch on, I don't think, wide scale, because people can be objective about giraffes and their welfare because it's not an entrenched belief system that we consume giraffes, and so we haven't built up the systems to justify or excuse that behaviour. When I use the word veganism, I'm using it to describe a belief system or a lifestyle choice, and not a diet, because it doesn't define my diet. The funny thing is, when I've been in conversations with people, non-vegans, and they've said, I respect your choices, and they and then I'm just thinking of a specific instance where a woman was, and we were talking about a subject we agreed on, and then we moved on to the veganism. I didn't bring it up, but she brought it up, and she said, I respect your choices as vegan, and you respect my choices, to eat meat, and she just assumed that I respected her choices. I don't respect her choices at all. I don't respect the choice to kill animals. I respect that you have the right to choose what you do. I wish you didn't choose to do that. I don't respect it, certainly. I don't even consider it, in most cases, even a choice, because most people haven't chosen to continue an omnivorous existence. They just were brought up that way and have never consciously considered it or given it much thought. So it's not really a choice, it's just something it's just a habit they haven't broken yet. Whereas veganism is always a choice, unless you're brought up vegan, which is quite unusual still. Just going to drink some water from my big tankard. Oh, it's tankard, lovely. A problem with veganism is the passion which so many of us feel to promote veganism is scary or off-putting, or manifests in ways that are unpalatable to people, being preachy or whatever. So that's a problem. If we want it to grow, sometimes we aren't the most effective. We don't make the most effective choices to grow it, and it's hard because we're only human and we have passion. And when you when something's so obvious to you, it's very frustrating that other people don't see it your way. There's a big benefit of veganism is just learning to deal with people when you find out that they don't make sense at all. And people aren't living based on logic at all. the lessons that you learn being vegan, I think, have a sort of huge value to themselves. So, aside from all the health benefits of veganism, just the things you learn about other people from being vegan are quite interesting. And specifically, if you were interested in human psychology at all, bringing up veganism is a fantastic way to see all these crazy reactions people have to the word and to the idea. I think that's it. I think I've covered some things. Yeah, I have. So, in conclusion, I have no conclusion, but veganism is a word. Words have meanings. Meanings do some of the meaning stuff and all over themselves. But then if someone's watching, and anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about, and nor do you, if you're honest with yourselves. But that was certainly a video that I've just recorded, and now I have to edit, which is worse the longer I go on. So I'll cut it off here. Anyway, thanks for watching.